Morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. Well, KRL is back again for another week. This time coming to you from the Temple of Speed here at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza here in Italy, as I welcome my co-commentators for this evening. Familiar voice, Jason Wilkinson, and alongside him, a man who we've all raced against for a number of years. We've even been teammates for a number of seasons as well. I speak of Mr. Dean McKinnon, boys. Hello to you, Dino, mate. Welcome to the KRL commentary box.
Thank you very much, mate. Looking forward to it. Getting into the action.
Awesome stuff, mate. We can't wait. And Wilco, so last practice round or social race before we get into the action for season number 2.
We've got next week's practice round at Zolder as well. So two practice rounds here. So this is practice round 1. Tonight's the Tier 2 boys in the GT3 cars, and tomorrow night's Tier 1 boys in the Cup car. So, yeah, so we've just got quali on at the moment, and we're looking pretty close at the top there.
And, yep, so like you heard it there first, another practice round next week, so practice makes perfect as we take a look at this lineup. 16 drivers joining us here this evening. And boy, absolutely fantastic stuff. These cars look beautiful around here as I just fix up some of these little details here. Great to have everybody's company, like I said. And OGT then, I'm sure the OGT army will be out on track. Be on soon to race, says Jimbo. So
no, you know it.
A few drivers not too happy with that, Wilco.
Yeah, I'm not too happy because I told him he's not racing tonight because he's on the controller. So he'll watch tonight. He's been a good boy. He's only got 8 minutes to go, so he's not going to get there in time. But yeah, as Dino just said, Voodoo just jumped up to P1. OGT's crossing the line now. What can he do? Can't improve, but Static, I'll tell you what, he only had the one race last season in Tier 2, and I think he finished P5 on debut. So he's currently P2 in the Ferrari. I'm sure that car looks beautiful, Trev. Him and Good Vibes are teammates. So they both run in those orange and blue liveries. They look awesome. So we'll go through the liveries and stuff soon as we get into the new drivers.
Well, we might, speaking of going through these teams, Wilco, we might just jump through some of these lineups here, if you don't mind, whilst we take a look at OGT. Who else is setting quick times there? Jimbo says, hey Trev, need to stream when we do sumos on GTA 5. Boy, plenty of fun there. As Static Hazard, not too far behind Voodoo, the man on provisional pole position. But these Tier 2 teams, there's some interesting names in here, fellas. Stick with me. Voodoo and Kleb for Cheek and Chong Racing, OGT and Kilroy, Team GYR, the 28562 cars. And yeah, if the missus would stop texting me whilst I'm live streaming, that would be very much appreciated. But Binger and It's the Wolf for Big Bad Binger Wolf Racing, combining the two there. Jimbo and Rick Oztech for Super Freaky Racing, Nobby and Heat combined for Hot Nuts Racing. Very interesting sounding lineup there. GRT and the Boss for AMG Motorsports, Stat and Good Vibes for the Prancing Arrow Racing, Rose Racing and Big Man and Storm Racer and Thule.
Big Man is Skippy Kando, by the way.
Okay,
He's got a Discord name and a PSN name, so yeah. So there you go, keep going.
So Skippy Kando, Skippy and Storm Racer and Thule, they are to be confirmed for their team names, just like that spot for round 3 on the F1 calendar, TBC, so we'll keep you posted on that. But 6 minutes, just a tick under 7 minutes in fact, in this qualifying session. Now Dino, you've pumped in a few laps around this circuit. Where are some of the key braking points? Too many braking points on this track, mate, but talk us through this track. It's a difficult one, especially in these cars, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. If you look at the track map on paper, you'd automatically think it's pretty easy. There's not many corners, but turns 1 and 2 are very tricky to get right, especially if you pinch an inside brake. Second chicane just as hard. You can relax a little bit, but then Scary just hits you like a freight train. So as long as you can hook up your braking points slow in, fast out, you'll set yourself up nice.
Exactly right. Not quite like turn 1 at Malaysia. If you go in too hard there in the wet conditions, you might knock a few people off. Or at Monaco if you bring out the safety car And
that wasn't my fault.
Yes, good times, but still managed to get on the podium that day. But anyway, enough about that. So, boy, Voodoo looking very pacey indeed here, Wilco. If you don't mind, a 148.7. Has he snuck in a slightly quicker time there? What's going on?
Don't need to, you know how I don't like pumping my own tyres up, Trev. I'm pretty sure in Tier 1 last season I did a 148.7 for pole position. So the boys definitely found some pace, especially Voodoo. So it's looking good. Maybe we're just going to call the track conditions being a lot nicer tonight than they were a few months ago. But yeah, look at that. 5 cars in the top 5 cars coming by half a second, which is going to be pretty good. Expecting Kilroy to be up there. Maybe it's the Wolf, can be a bit of a smoky. He's sort of been doing a lot of racing over on the off season. And Omar Jacko just chucked in a comment there. Well, I'll let you read that out, Trev and Dino.
I think I missed that. I missed that comment, Jacko. But welcome to the stream. Yes, good memories from Spain. Yes, my first win. A little bit of controversy there, but anyway. It was a good little side. It was a good little side league, that one, while I was in it. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Jacko. So that's awesome. So 4.5 minutes remaining in this session, and I've got to say, who is going to beat this man, Voodoo, in the 666 Ferrari? Jimbo, hello to you. He says, Thule, the takeout king.
That's ironic.
Yep, okay.
That's calling the kettle black, isn't it?
All right, thank you for that, Jimbo. Not sure whether I'll let you into the penthouse again, but keep it up. Only joking. And Voodoo says, let's go, boys. Going to be some good battles for the lead tonight. Glad to be back into the action. What car is Voodoo in, says Jimbo. That looks like a Ferrari. A green Ferrari around Monza. Not too sure whether the Tifosi will think too much about that. But keep those comments coming in. 7 people joining us so far tonight. It is a practice round, of course. It's practice for us as well up here in the commentary box. So let us know. Give us your feedback, audio and everything as well. Let us know if there's anything that doesn't sound right or look right, including myself. But here we go then. Voodoo, is he on another hot lap here, Wilco? He's looking very pacey indeed as he comes up towards the Parabolica again.
Yeah, so I missed what you were saying. I'm guessing you threw to me as Dean can talk. So yeah, through the Parabolica onto the front straight. Is he on a flying lap? You have to travel by the thing. No, he's just starting the lap now. So if you see on the map there, if you see the blue cars, they are on an invalid lap or an out lap. If you see the grey cars, they are on a flying lap. So Kilroy looks like he's had a mistake at the second chicane. Next car across the line is going to be car 889, which is the boss. So maybe we'll jump on board with the boss and have a look at that nice Merc there as he goes through the last corner. And Dino, I'll let you take this one away.
What's that?
The boss. The boss going through the last corner now. I'll let you take it away and yeah.
So we've got a bit of a slippery exit out of Parabolica onto the main straight.
Across the line, where's he going to go?
Ooh.
Let's have a look.
Didn't improve.
No, did not improve. So
Yeah. Next car is Caleb. Car 420.
Let's have a look at Caleb now. Car number 420.
Second of the green machines.
And
Yeah, Voodoo and Caleb teammates, so yeah. Run on those liveries is almost the same.
Not a bad looking livery there. Bit TRL limitless about it. But anyway, he comes across the line now on the start finish straight.
Oh.
And
went faster.
He went faster there.
Yeah, time
Car 23, Heat XL, so one of the new boy. Oops, sorry, we're talking over each other. My bad, Dino. Continue.
That's alright, No, I got what you meant.
So we've got Heat. So we've got a couple of new boys. We might go through those new boys. So we'll start off. GRT and the boss are back. They wanted to jump back in the KRL bandwagon. We'll jump on the KRL bandwagon. And we've got Skippy Kando and Heat XL. So they're the 2 new blokes in the league full time.
Voodoo's improved.
Voodoo's gone even faster, so he's in the 48.5s now. So that gap between OGT and Bing is pretty close as well. So it's going to be a tasty little battle here tonight, boys. I'm looking forward to it.
It's shaping up very nicely indeed, Dino and Wilco, that's for sure, and everybody out there watching. As Jimbo says, show some of Rick Oztech, who's down there in 11th, 3.1 seconds off of pole position. Voodoo, 148.5. Very handy indeed. That man's been practicing throughout the course of the week. Need to see how my teammate's going, says Jimbo. Well, there you have it. There
Which
it
is Rick Jostek, there he is.
Your man on the
Good
screen
car,
now.
V12 Aston. That's going to look good. I'm
V12.
sure you guys can hear that driving past right now.
And boy, we've pumped up the in-game volume, so you can hear those engines. I think it might have been a bit low previously, Wilco, but it's great to hear these cars around this this circuit here at Monza. But well, less than a minute to go in this session. Rick Oztech will keep an eye on who's on a hot lap and who's coming into the pits. As Jimbo says, I think I need a new teammate, and that's the end of the session. As we can see now, Rick Oztech on a hot lap. There's a few drivers coming into the pit lane, I think, but we might stick with Rick Oztech there, Dino. But can you see anyone else?
Is car 33, Binger, who's going up to the last corner.
Here comes Binger. Let's see what he can do then. 33 Nissan. Is he the only Nissan out there? I think he might be.
Yes, he is.
All on his lonesome.
He loves that Nissan.
So
He's
here
added
comes
a bit of green to this livery. It was always gold, but here he comes across the line. Is he going to improve?
Here he goes, taking the shortest
down.
route to the line. As he's slowed down there. He's
slowed down.
Stats
the next car across the line.
So
as Nobby jumps up to P7, here comes Static.
Here comes Static
Comes across the line. Here we go. Call it, Trev.
Here we go. Across the line. He's currently in second. He needs to find about 0.3 of a second. No, he can't do it.
Rick, last card across the line.
So here comes.
Oh no, Boss might be.
So
yeah,
boss?
Rick coming across the line.
Rick coming across the line at the moment. The boss is looking very nice indeed there. We'll get back. There goes Rick Oztech. And we might take a look at the boss. Here he comes now. The boss, 290 FPV. I keep thinking that's frames per second. God, I'd love to have 290 frames per second. The way I'm travelling, I'm going at about struggling for 30. But anyway, around the Parabolica for the final time here in qualifying. He comes out onto the start-finish straight. The boss could be just my screen, but he looked very twitchy coming out of that final corner. He comes across the line. Can he improve? No.
Kilroy's the last car across the line.
Kilroy, here we go.
Another beautiful second car.
So just when we think it's all over, there's another car coming around to complete a lap. I thought he was going to come into the pit lane there, but here we go. Across the line, Kilroy stays in 10th. And that is the end of qualifying. The session is finished, so it's Voodoo who, just to drive home the fact that he's taken pole position with a 148.5, he says, I got a 147.8 on the PC in the Ferrari last night. Eyeball looking emoji there. So, boy, this man is confident, Dino, heading into the race.
Sorry, I'm eating.
He is confident. He's been up and about on the PC representing KRL with Caleb and Rose Racing. So I think in the league last night, Voodoo got second and Caleb started down the back and got all the way up to 16. So, and that's a 30-car grid too. So that's very good by those boys.
Very impressive with a track like Monza.
Oh yeah, definitely. So now I think you might have to throw to the intros, Trev, and we'll be back with the formation lap after this.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead to the intro
thanks
now.
To Shannon's.
With thanks to Shannon's, it's Dean McKinnon and Jason Wilkinson. Thanks to our corporate partners and Parramatta Camera House. No, I actually did get a camera from Parramatta Cameras. Anyway, enough about that. We'll be back after these messages, and we'll be back for the race very shortly.
Welcome to Cookie Buyers YouTube channel, home of Facebook.
Welcome to KRL. In your screen at the one time. Oh no! Look at this! Harvey Norman looking to make moves on Mighty Murph, but I reckon Barnes is going to make him pay. And he sticks it down the moment. Can't do it, almost sends Wilco off, but Wilco manages to keep his foot in the championship. But the new boy up to P5. Look at that, he's trying to break the slipstream on the main straight. But he is under pressure here. Great effort from Static Hats. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth all together. He's got a run on him. Is he going to make a move down into turn one? I reckon he is. Down the inside, he's basically fully sending it. The final corner, he will take P7 I reckon, but Jimbo and Rob Dog, he's going to get his first points of the year as well. Who's going to take? It's time to go racing for KRL. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Bert Mylander, aka Jason Wilkinson, in that safety car, taking the drivers around on the formation lap. Wilco, and hopefully the boys got all their instructions earlier on in the party before the race tonight. But like we said, it's a practice round, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess this is probably a good chance to quickly flick through the order and show everyone's liveries off. So maybe start at Voodoo and hopefully get a nice camera angle, and you'll be laughing. Let's
just have a look at that Voodoo. There he is, Voodoo, the Nigerian prince first. Static Hazard, you got some McLaren vibes about that one, and then it's GRT in fourth. The camera angle's not working for me. Oh, there they are, in the blue and red Mercedes. OGT there in the Lexus. My Bingaling, the only Nissan in the field. Very nice, going for the chrome livery. Then it's Caleb in the second of the two green machine Ferraris. Then it's Nobby Nuts, better known from Hot Nuts Racing there in 8th. Good Vibes in 9th. The Boss in 10th. Kilroy, we better get through these. Rick Oztech in 12th. Skippy, the Bush Kangaroo in 13th. Then it's Heat in 14th. It's the Wolf 15th. And the great man HSV, who's alongside me in the commentary box, but also in the pit lane as well. As there we have it, we're ready to go racing. Wilco's peeled off.
Here we go.
And here we go. 14 drivers ready, coming around the Parabolica now. And odds and evens on the left, on the right. And here we go. Rolling start here at Monza. The second practice race for KRL is go. We are waiting for race control to give us the all clear. Green flag. Go, go, go for Monza, and Voodoo sprints away. Look at him. There he goes, Voodoo, coming down to turn one. And he has already got a bit of a lead there over Static Hazard and GRT. And boy, they bunch up into turn one. Let's hope James
Jimbo we've got a bit of a bingle at the back.
And we've got a Lara bingle going on. That looked like Skippy and Nobby Nuts at the back. Somebody else off as well. But here we come through the Curva Grande for the first time of many here in this 30-minute race tonight. Voodoo leads, but that gap's closed now. GRT is in second. So Static Hazard lost a position off the line. OGT slots into fourth, but look at this. OGT going down the field along with the Boss, but it is a very hectic start. Jimbo not too far off there. Big crash at turn one, but Skippy also off again as well, so they might be cold tyres. Big hello to you, Shep. From Sheppo, Carol, Jason and Chris out at Avalon Raceway, watching the sprint cars, smelling the methanol and alcohol, and absolutely loving it. Hello to you, Cola Commander. Rick Oztech and the Boss, side by side. Cola Commander says, Jesus, more wides than when I try bowling. And yes, indeed, but boy, oh boy, Wilco and Dino, it's been a very, very hectic start. Look how close they are. And we're not even through the first lap at the moment, but Voodoo will go out in front, leading this race by 1.3 seconds.
Oh, Rick's hit the wall. Yes, so Voodoo got a good start. I think Binga has left. He got hit a couple of times, so he's gone.
Bit of a tangle with OGT into turn one.
Yeah, so we'll see the debrief of that. But at the moment, pretty clean. So we are going to have a safety car tonight. At the moment, there's probably no need to call it yet, so we'll let these boys settle into rhythm. But Voodoo's streaking away, Trev.
He certainly is. Last time, I think a safety car was brought out on purpose for Singapore, wasn't it, a few years ago with Nelson Piquet Jr. And
that's different. We're actually testing this tonight.
no one has to crash, but they have already. So GRT in second, and then it's Static Hazard keeping him honest down there in third. Caleb in fourth, liking his work. So Voodoo and Caleb, Ferrari there, first and fourth. Also in third, the Merc in a bit of a Ferrari sandwich there in second. Nobby Nuts Racing. God, I love that Vodafone livery there in the 888 Mercedes. Then it's the Boss as well, just behind him. But how good is the pace? Good vibes. He's got Rick Oztech for company here. Rick Oztech, is he going to go round or down the inside, I should say? Yes, but he's outbraked himself. And he's had a bit of a moment, and this will give Good Vibes a chance to come back at him. But then Skippy the Bush Kangaroo down there in ninth, ahead of Heat XL. I'm about a triple XL, add another X to that. But Kilroy outside of the top 10 at the moment. It's the Wolf down there in the Lambo.
Oh, it's heating up.
And
heating up for fifth between the Mercs.
It's heating up, Dino, that's for sure. Look at this side by side. And this is where you and I would work it out with no contact at all. We'd pretty nice to each other back in the day when we were teammates. But Nobby Nuts, no love here, no love lost, that's for sure. But Nobby Nuts and the Boss, and he's very close to him. Dino, can he get through and have a go here?
We might get a bit of slipstream on the run down Parabolica here. Might be able to slip down the inside, but Nobby's car is very slippery.
It'd be great to be able to change cameras, but if anyone's out there listening, that'd be great for the next update. But 23 minutes left in this race, and there are battles of plenty. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good exit.
And a very nice exit there, and now the Boss can have a run on him down the main straight. Here we go then, the Boss slots in behind us. Are they teammates? They are, aren't they?
Yes, the Boss. No, sorry, the Boss and GRT are teammates. But just one little quick thing is, all the drivers know there is going to be a safety car tonight just to test it. And who's the only guy to have actually done a pit stop to get that out of the way? Because you can't pit under safety car besides damage. So OGT is almost in the box seat at the moment. So that's we'll see. Might have to change the rules and make everyone, or allow everyone to pit. But I guess because it is going to be a safety car tonight, it's a little bit different to where it could not be. It might be a safety car, might not be during the season. It's just we want to test it out tonight. But OGT is actually in the box seat now. So if all these other drivers were smart, I'd sort of think, oh, hang on, there's no safety car on lap 1. Let's all pit now and get it going. As the Boss, I'll tell you what, I'll let you take this battle away, Dino.
Man, this is very intense. Nose to tail action.
Oh, he's running a bit wide.
Oh, just got to let Boss through.
Beautiful. Good racing here, boys. Loving it.
Very nice indeed. They're side by side again for the second lap running here. Dino, is he going to get through?
Nobby might have a little look back to Ascari. Yes, he does.
Nobby.
Oh, good racing, boys. Good racing.
Good close, tight racing. I just saw both the Mercs there and both their numbers and thought they were naturally teammates, but they're not. But what racing we are seeing at the moment, and this is just for 5th position. The sort of stuff that you see in KRL, these close battles, they are not giving an inch. No chords are given. But
there we go, crisscross again. He's got him now.
Crisscross, and he's got him now. But old Hot Nuts won't be. He's not going to go down without a fight, I reckon. Here they come again, through to complete lap number 4 here at Monza. And how good is this? And they call it the Temple of Speed. He's going to go down and have another go.
Nobby's got such a slippery car on the straights.
Down the inside, always a tricky one. This one, if you outbrake yourself, Dino, and you can end up cutting that corner. But he's got through there. And this battle, it is the closest one on the track, I believe. And it's hard to take our eyes off this, isn't it, Wilco?
Yeah, it is. So the thing is, the Boss could either be running higher wing and not be running low wing. Or he might have been involved in a bit of an incident, so he's got a bit of damage. So that's why he's a bit slower on the straight. So we'll see if once these boys have pitted or the safety guys come out, if they're still battling, and we'll see if the straight line speed's the same. If it is after the pit stop, then there's a good chance that Nobby's just running a lower wing than the Boss. But tell you what, you can see Nobby sliding around the corners, and Boss is getting better exits.
Big accident!
Could be a safety car.
That we could throw to a safety car.
That's a safety car. I'm throwing to a safety car.
Good vibes. Unfortunately, been caught up in that. So is Kilroy.
It's. I was about to say that battle there, Good Vibes was. That was getting Good Vibes involved, but he sure got involved all right. But it was in the completely the wrong way that he wanted to. And I think we might see three or
Right,
four
we're all good.
drivers
Safety
here.
car's out.
And the safety car is out. I think you jumping into the other party, Wilco. I think that's how it's.
No, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm back now, so I just called the safety car and I've got to get out there before these boys come past, and we're all good.
So,
I'm in the wrong camera angle and everything.
there we have it.
Well,
oh, yep. I'm on your
one of the
camera,
most
Dino.
one of the most unfortunate things you can have as a race car driver, having an accident unfold in front of you that you can't do anything to avoid. Unfortunately, it's claimed a couple of people.
And I think 2 or 3, maybe 4 drivers. I think Kilroy was down there as. Oh no, not Kilroy. Sorry, I think. I know Good Vibes was down there, and Skippy maybe as well. But here we go. The safety car is out. And full safety car, no virtual safety cars here. We've got the full safety car out. And how long is this safety car going to be out for, Wilco? Just give the field a chance to
we might
bunch
give
up.
this. Yeah, we'll give this 2 minutes because that was a big crash with a few of those boys. So we'll do a nice slow lap here. Let all those boys catch up. I'll get Dino to be my eyes and ears, and if everyone's caught up at the end of this lap, we'll go green flag racing. If not, we'll just sort of do one more lap.
We sort of considering the boys fixing their damage, or
Exactly, yeah. So if they're still in the pits, X and Ascari, we'll keep the formation the safety car out for another lap. So at the moment,
pandemonium in the lane at the moment. We got aside from my own car, there's five guys in there fixing their damage.
So let's take a look at that pit lane. Kilroy's come out, I think. Dean Nobby Nuts is in. Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, Good Vibes, the boss. Nobby Nuts Racing. It was such a shame, wasn't it, Dino? That battle was looking very nice and very respectful and very clean, and it just all seemed to go wrong, didn't it? Out of that second Lesmo there.
Yeah, just one split-second mistake and it all unravels, unfortunately. But that's not a slight on either of these guys driving. They've both proved
Yeah, it's just racing incident.
It's just a simple mistake, unfortunately.
So here we have it. Wilco still leading the pack. Then Voodoo still in front, controlling the pace at the moment. And GRT, we might just quickly go through this order, fellas. 17, just under 18 minutes left in this race now. So GRT in second, Static Hazard in third there. The car's going very slowly. Caleb up in fourth. Voodoo's teammate looking very nice there. Heat catching up. Rick Oztech as well. It's the Wolf all coming through your picture. OGT. Yes, he was all on his own, wasn't he, at the beginning? But like you said, Wilco, he's in pretty good shape now. Kilroy in ninth. Nobby Nuts still in the pits. So after getting hit around there, the boss in 11th, Good Vibes 12th, Skippy coming out of the pits now, rounding out the field.
Now Nobby's leaving as I speak.
Yep, so we'll do one more lap of the safety car. So just a quick little thing while I'm thinking and driving at the moment, which is always never a good idea, but yeah, I think we're going to have to change the rules and allow people to pit under safety car because OGT is going to win by about 40 seconds or maybe more tonight, as he's the only car that's actually done his pit stop. So I guess, I said normal rounds we won't have a random safety car, but a crash like that, where there's a few cars involved, it would be a safety car. So I guess in drivers sort of turn, maybe the tier 2 guys is not too much of an issue, but the tier 1 boys, if there's a crash on turn 1, and we allow people to pit under safety car change tyres, there could be like a big discrepancy of tyre life because the cup car just chews up the rear tyres. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe it might be after this, sort of seeing this, maybe we might have to allow pit stops in the safety car period just to keep the race sort of flowing. It's not going to be a bit of a OGT winning by Hamilton style a minute or so up in the lead there.
Well, the OGT fan club, they might like that, but as we just take a look through this field now, so the time counting down still, I think we've got everyone up, I think we've got a couple of drivers still coming.
I got Nobby, he's 60 seconds ahead of me, so whereabouts is he on track?
He's just coming into Ascari now.
Okay, that's cool, so I'll pick up the speed a little bit.
We've got Boss is just joining on the back of your train in a sec.
Yep.
Skippy's coming through Parabolica now, and yeah, Nobby's approaching.
So a full safety car, which means the field, so everyone's come in to the pits. Like you said, Dino, absolute pandemonium in the pit lane. So everyone's got their damage fixed, and now they're back out onto the circuit for another 14-15 minutes of racing here at Monza. to see who can take this social race, take the win here tonight. And it's pretty much a full reset, isn't it, Dino? Everyone's come in, they've fixed their damage up, made their pit stops.
I might just quickly cut in, sorry. Dino, are you able to send a message to the KRL chat and just tell Voodoo to pick up his pace a little bit? Because I think he thinks it's going to go green now. But other than that, yeah, we'll keep talking. What were you saying, Trev?
Just a quick thought.
Yeah, go.
Sorry, I'm not in that chat anymore, by the way.
Oh, shit.
I'm wondering if Nobby's had something to do with his brakes, because he's missed the chicane turn 1 on his outlap and just now he's missed the second chicane too.
Maybe he was trying to catch up, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll find out as if he misses the chicane and takes out 4 people out turn 1 this time.
Yeah, maybe it might have just been a case of cold brakes because he was sitting there for quite a long time.
So we'll wait and see if he.
Kind of all right now.
We'll wait and see if he does. Was it Liuzzi and someone?
Is he caught up yet?
Rosberg?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Rosberg and Petrov.
Petrov, sorry. Here many years ago, but Wilco still leading the pack around. I think we've got
lights are off. Everyone's here.
Yep, lights are off and everybody's home. So Wilco, if we could get a few We Races 1 rainbows on that safety car, that would be nice.
Yeah,
but,
I can't do that unfortunately.
Okay, we can't monitor anything. So there we go. Wilco just coming. Well, you've sped up. You're off, Wilco. You're coming back into the pit lane. He's coming in to serve his drive-through penalty, is he? He's got.
Yeah, I think so.
Here he comes. Here he comes around the final corner. But we're going to pick up. While you do that, Wilco, we're going to pick up Voodoo Child, the Nigerian prince, in the green Ferrari there, coming around the final corner in a place that he's getting more and more familiar with now. He's led every lap here at Monza this evening. There's only been 6 of them, but he's led, so good experience, good practice for him coming into the new season as we get ready to go racing once again with thanks to our corporate partners. Take 2, here we go, Monza, away we go again. And Voodoo waiting for the line. And he is off, and he's made an absolutely incredible start yet again. And looked a little bit slow there off the line. Hopefully we weren't going to get what we saw at Mugello, I think it was last year in the F1. But anyway, Voodoo coming up to turn 1 now. GRT, is he going to outbrake himself?
Rick Oztech pits.
And Rick Oztech coming into the pits down there from 11th place. Good spot there, Dino, as Voodoo comes out. Now in the lead, and then it's GRT02 Static Hazard right behind him, giving him no space whatsoever. And Caleb, as they all come through the screen, Heat down there in 5th, It's the Wolf in 6th. And this is going to make for a very interesting final 12 minutes of this race here tonight. OGT as he tried to go down the inside of Kilroy. And Kilroy taking the easy option over the bumps there. Missing that second chicane there, but here we go then, It's the Wolf.
55 teammates.
In 6th.
Yes, they are.
So that was...
They're teammates, yeah.
And it's the
Wolfie's off, Static's around. This can make mayhem.
Good job by everyone to avoid another collision.
And Static has it then. It was a shame for him. He was looking good up there, wasn't he, in P3? But Dino, that corner tonight must be just issues with grip there. It's catching a lot of people out. But thankfully this time, no. But
I'll tell you what,
it's the Wolf.
I wonder if GRT was involved with Stat, because Voodoo's cleared out. He's gone.
We can go back with the replay in about a minute's time and have a look at that, I guess, which is the benefits of being as a driver at the moment, so we can go and watch the replays where you guys viewing and Trev cannot do that. So, but yeah, Voodoo is bolted, so wonder is he going to do his pit stop or is he going to try and hold and hopefully GRT's in?
So GRT peels off into the pit lane and look at that midfield. Look at that midfield group. They're very bunched up, aren't they, Dean? It's so tight in that midfield at the moment.
I can't tell you anything, mate. I've just had a blue screen.
I know. Trust me, I've been there.
Dean has left the building.
So Dino has checked out. He can go and do his quarantine stuff now. But anyway, you're still with us, and you're right, Wilco. I can't change.
I'll be back in a minute.
I'll be
All
back.
good.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
And just like the Terminator, he will be back. But OGT and Heat there in their own little battle, but yep, you're in it. We're all in this together, that's for sure, because you can see, everyone watching the stream can only see what I can see, Do you see what I see? Anyway, Voodoo has checked out and the front by 4.5 seconds. Look at that, and Caleb up in second. So it is a
Good teammates.
1-2 for
But
whatever.
OGT, again, he's still there has the only one that done his pit stop. Well, now Rick and a few boys have, but he is going to come out miles. That could be good little indication of what can happen tomorrow night. You might have everyone in T1 just pit lap 1 just to get their pit stop out the way. So if there's a safety car, which there will be because we're going to test that again tomorrow night, that's out of the way. So maybe for tomorrow night I'll allow pit stops on the safety car to see what's going on. But OGT is looking good in P3, which is effectively P1. But Voodoo's going to be feeling pretty sorry for himself that he didn't pit earlier.
That's for sure, but less than 10 minutes remaining in this race, and it's looking very good for the teammates at the moment, at least, in first and second in the 2 Ferraris. And as Caleb comes into the pits, so the first of the Checo and Cheek and Chong Racing, not Checo Racing. Sorry, I combined the two names there. Checo doesn't need a seat with him, does he? He's got a Red Bull seat, but here comes Caleb into the pits along with, I think that's the boss, yep, coming into the pit lane. And OGT, our man, is just sitting very nicely. He's sitting pretty, isn't he? Up there in second at the moment. He's made his stop. Voodoo streaks through. He's going to trying to get that lead up as big as he can, but I don't think he's going to get it up enough. Anyway, that's a story for another day.
That's the problems there.
That's the problem. That's where it all starts. But lap number 9, Wilco, get your dirty mind out of the gutter there and back to the on-track action.
Someone's gone around.
And
who's
good
that?
vibes.
Number
That's
64, Vibesy. Spewing. He was
good
one of those guys
really tripping up a few people tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
And good vibes.
It's a pretty funny corner. It's in F1. It's almost pretty. It's almost nothing.
Well, I've had a
tonight,
big shunt in my time out of there, so.
Same.
Why you are.
And number 23, who is that? Car 23, he's around too, and he's returned to the pits, so he must have had a big crash there.
So into the pits.
First retirement of the night.
So he couldn't stand the heat. So that's anyway. That's a
Get
bad,
out the kitchen.
That's a bad joke. And into the pit lane, but Voodoo, the Nigerian prince, who wants your bank account details, expiry date, and the CBC. He comes around the Parabolica now, and OGT only 8.3 seconds further back. Kilroy, what happened to him? He's going very slowly, and he's spinning around.
Spin.
He's right off the track. And Kylie Minogue in those shorts anyway. But Kilroy 5.62. What happened there? I didn't see what happened, boys. I'm not sure whether you did, but he's just gone off.
What number car is he?
The track. He's in third place on my screen. 5.62 in the Lexus. And he must have been a long. No, I think Skippy, the Bush Kangaroo, has gone ahead of him now, and also heated in the pit lane. But Kilroy, he must have just have some dirt or something on his tyres, because he's really struggling for grip at the moment, Wilco.
Yes, if you do overheat your tyres, you could just sit and duck for a few corners, because it's so hard to build up that tyre, drop that tyre temp. We've got Caleb who's catching up to Rick now, so Rick's actually effectively in P3 at the moment.
Having a look at the replay, Kilroy just had a bit of a little moment at the first apex of his scarring. It's just ripped up and flipped him off.
Very easy mistake to make.
There we have
He's
it.
done what I did at Bathurst last season. Spun a couple of times trying to get going.
Here we go then, Caleb. What a season finale that was. But Caleb around the Parabolica now, and has he made a move on Rick Oztech? I think he has.
Oh yes.
So that was very nicely done indeed. If you're just joining us, hello and welcome to you. Second social race tonight. We've got another practice round next week before we get into the new season. If those dulcet tones sound like Dean McKinnon, they are the man who, with plenty of racing experience, joining us in the commentary box alongside myself and Wilco this week. Great to have Dino on board, former teammates and good mates as well. Hopefully, Dino, we catch up again at Elwood Park at some point in the future, if there ever is a race there again. But fantastic to have you on board, mate.
November's looking possible.
Well, we might have to go to Singapore or another Grand Prix somewhere in the world. But anyway, 5.5 minutes left in this race now, and it is Voodoo Child holding on to a lead, but not by much. Look at that. OGT is he's pitted now, so into the pits is Voodoo. Probably just checking a few things on the car, getting the race crew to look at the tyres, the fuel, and very nice, the 666 livery there for the Nigerian Prince, the Devil's number, but OGT goes into the lead. And then it's GRT 02. Quali pace is insane, says Voodoo. And great stuff, Voodoo, there. Those comments up on the stream. Keep those comments coming in. We'd love to hear from you. Big Shep, Cola Commando, Jimbo Jones, Voodoo, and everybody else watching. Boy, this is going to be an absolute ripping season indeed. But we are counting down 4.5 minutes left in this race. And it's been pretty hectic.
That's very interesting.
Is there something going on there, Dino?
I'm just looking at the replay because I picked up Skippy has got a stop-go penalty, and his car on the replay is just sliding through the back of the paddock.
Yeah, that happens sometimes with the old replay camera. But Voodoo is actually coming out miles ahead, so it looks like OGT, obviously. Yeah, all the boys get the slides on in the replay system sometimes, but OGT looking good. He's about 75 minutes ahead of P2, which is Voodoo. And that just shows the benefit of doing your pit stop early before the safety car.
Strategy masterstroke, really.
So, very clever indeed. And the Tifosi will not be happy.
Nobby and Rick Oztech look like they're about to have a battle.
Ooh, let's just have a look at that. And boy, Nobby Nuts from Fossil Nuts Racing. That's not Fossil Nuts, that's Big Shep. Hot Nuts Racing.
Hot Nuts, that's it.
He's looked good, hasn't he, fellas? He's had pace tonight, but he just can't quite keep it all together.
Is also
Rick! He's I just saw the. I
believe I can fly.
I believe I can. I was surprised he didn't end up in the barrier there, Dino, hanging there like a cow. That was incredible. He just.
Far out.
Took off.
Man, now when we say stay off the sausage curds at Monza, that is the reason why you stay off the sausage curds at Monza. That was massive. Now, yeah, the boss has a penalty as well, so pandemonium here.
Who was it around who was the young Aussie? Was it the F3? Was it Peroni?
Alex Peroni, yeah,
Alex
the last corner.
It looked a bit like that, didn't it? But Rick Oztech, he's landed now. He's landed safely, and he's just taxiing off. The Eagle has landed, and Rick Oztech, sorry, I apologise about that. I've got the giggles
He's
up.
still in P6 though.
He's still in P6.
Where did Nobby Nuts just disconnected? So he's in P5 now.
And
62. I could have a look at this.
Well, just check that out, Dino. It'll be well worth it. But boy, I tell you what, the way it's going at the moment, fellas.
This replay camera is so broken.
And
sometimes you have to drive and then go back into replay camera.
Right.
It might fix it. But yeah, other than that,
we might get back on track now. So let's have a look. I reckon used to 13th and 14th. If we have another couple of dropouts here, or somebody else decides to take flight, you boys might be on for a points finish today. That's how crazy things have been.
That.
And you've only done a couple of, 2 or 3 laps, Wilco, and there we go, we're 11 laps down, so there we have it. So OGT across the line then, lap 13. They had that game on again today from 2012 when Buddy Franklin went bananas, but Voodoo is in P2, and is Voodoo got some lap traffic here against Skippy Kando, the bush kangaroo down there in ninth, so Voodoo getting him very nicely indeed. And I can tell you what, fellas, you can tell Voodoo's spent plenty of time behind the wheel because he's looking very good. Not quite the result he's after, but still P2, very reasonable performance, although it is pre-season from Voodoo there.
Just looking at him, he's very planted everywhere. As I say that, he has a bit of a slide through Parabolica, but he's looking at his pace last season. He's really stepped up his game, which is great to see.
So Nobby's
joined back and he's in P9, he's only 2 laps down, so he can still get points after disconnecting.
It could be that he's 86 seconds ahead of Skippy, certainly on my screen as he comes back out of the pits. Mind the Merc there, mind the safety car there, Nobby. But here he comes back out onto the track, P10 now, so he might still finish ahead of Good Vibes. I reckon he will, so barring any other disaster. So he's been picked up, the UFOs have come, and they've dropped him back, and he's back out onto the circuit.
Last corner.
And
Might go to him
OGT
now. Take it away,
approaching
Trev.
the last corner. Here he comes. His fan club haven't turned up tonight, but he didn't need them because the number 28 Lexus coming through the Parabolica for the final time here to be the king here at Monza. And boy, the Tifosi won't like a Lexus finishing in front of a Ferrari, but he crosses the line to win here. And he has done it. He's finished in P1. A bit of a strategic masterstroke there coming into the pit lane early, and it's worked wonders for him. Voodoo finishing in second. He's a long way off, but Voodoo is, well, he's got half a lap to go, I reckon, but Voodoo then is going to finish in P2. We might have to change that rule for future races, Wilco, because it's made everyone else look a bit silly apart from OGT, but here comes Voodoo coming down the back straight now towards the final corner, so still a pretty handy result. And Dino's been watching him on the replay cameras. He does look in pretty good form, doesn't he? Here in the Ferrari, here he comes. So the home crowd, they will get a Ferrari, at least one Ferrari on the podium here tonight. He comes around to finish the race in P2. He'll be happy with that. And we're going to have a chat with him in the post-race interviews. So stay tuned for that. All the drivers talking as well in their own languages, of course, which are English. But GRT now across the line. He finishes in P3, so he was a little bit close. Not too close for comfort, but Caleb in fourth. Not a bad result for him then. Second and fourth for Cheeks and Chong Racing, not Checo Racing. And Rick Oztech in fifth, but he's got a drive-through penalty. That's what it's saying on my screen, fellas. Not sure what's happening there, but he'll come through to finish this one. So is he going to serve that penalty on the last lap, just like Michael Schumacher in Silverstone many, many years ago, where he had a stop-go penalty? No, he's not. So he comes across the line, and Kilroy comes across there with
80
him.
seconds.
80 seconds. So there we have it. Hits the wolf. Comes across the line as well in the sole Lamborghini in this race. Static has it into the pits. Skippy comes across in ninth, and Nobby Nuts did finish outside of the points, fellas, so not good for him. He went off, disappeared for a few laps, and then come back, and he's classified in 12th. Wow, so there we have it. So that is pretty much all she wrote for this second practice round here tonight. OGT taking the win as he joins the party ahead of Voodoo and GRT. And Wilco, take it away for the post-race interviews.
Yeah, I'll wait for all the boys to get in. We're good to go. I'll start off with OGT. The strategy was very, well, it won you the race there, mate. I thought more people would have pitted lap one just because they knew the safety car was coming. But yeah, you pitted early.
Safety car fell right in my lap.
Exactly right, and the rest is history. So
the rest
tell us
is
about your race,
history.
mate. What happened at the start there?
Oh, it was just a bit of biff and barge, you know. People are rusty, and I managed to keep it on track. Then it was I was following an AMG that looked a bit dicey through some corners, so I figured I better pit here. So I just pitted, and you seen what happened.
But no, good stuff, mate. Yeah, it's 2 wins in a row for Monza, isn't it? You won on your league on Saturday night, and here you are again tonight. So
I did.
I'll hopefully put a stop to that tomorrow night in T1. And,
I reckon.
Third time lucky for everyone else.
The cup car is pretty vicious to drive.
Oh yeah, it's good though. But
yeah,
yeah, well done,
thanks a lot. It's really good to be back, and thanks to all the boys, and there was real good communication. Really good. It was really good.
Good stuff. We'll catch you tomorrow night, mate.
Thanks, brother.
Well done, man.
All right, I think we'll let Dino take this Voodoo one away, Trev.
Well, mate, second place. I'm sure that wasn't what you were expecting after you veered off at the start, but man, you were on rails all night. Really good driving, mate. Tell us how it went from your perspective.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I brought the pace, but I just didn't bring that strategy. I knew the safety car was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen that early into the race. It was probably like a minute out of my pit strategy that I had. But I mean, it was pretty good racing. It was unfortunate at the start. I think that's why I got a little bit of a gap. But hey, you know, OG won it. Really good racing, really good strategy. And that's something that I'm going to be looking forward to in the coming season.
Well, I think you're on for a really good season based on what I've seen tonight. So well done again, mate.
Thank you very much.
And also, just to jump in, all these, all the stuff like the overlay you see at the moment, the that awesome intro at the start, that's all done by this man. So props to him, Voodoo. You're doing a good job, mate. Well done.
Multitasking out there.
Legend.
Cheers,
And
boys.
I'll take away the GRT interview. He's not here, Trev, so you have to translate for me. So GRT, how'd you go? First race back in KRL. How'd you go, mate?
I had a very good race. Despite the craziness at the start, I managed to work my way through the field, and I'm very pleased after the second safety car to end up with a podium finish. There were some intense battles and pretty good close racing, and I'm really looking forward to the season ahead.
And now from a word in your own language.
Questo ti amo, mucho gracias y mucho, gracias Españolia, questo Monza, autodromos, questo ti amo.
I wouldn't say that on the stream, Trev, but that's right. That's on the stream.
It's not me, it's
but, yeah, no, so
it's GRT anyway.
Sorry, yeah, GRT.
Anyway, so, well,
we'll wrap it up now, I guess, yeah.
We are just about out of time. Not sure what GRT was going on with there a moment ago, but hello to all our Spanish viewers or whatever language that was. But thank you to everybody for joining us. Big Shep, Cola, Jimbo Jones, and everyone else, you know who you are. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring this to you. Don't forget, practice round again next week before we kick off the real action here for the Kid Buyers Racing League. And we're going to do it all again for another season. Thank you, Dino. Absolutely magnificent, mate. Thanks for joining us in the commentary box.
Thank you for having me, guys. It was
Great
really
stuff.
enjoyable.
Absolute legend from
Tomorrow
up there.
night, Tier 1.
Leave that to the experts, I think, this week.
Which is me. But anyway, thanks. Thanks for that, Dino. But thanks for taking that as a compliment.
Don't you commentate and drive there, Jason?
I can. It's just hard winning championships when you're trying to talk and drive at the same time. So.
Yeah, true. Well, you did it last season.
We'll see everyone tomorrow night. Hopefully, there is meant to be a patch coming out. So if you don't see us tomorrow night, then the patch has come out and sort of ruined our race. But yeah, tomorrow night. T1 boys, going to have your Cart dudes and Jonos and Albert, which is a new bloke. Barters is going to be good. It's going to be good. So we'll catch you all tomorrow night. Cheers, boys.
Who have we not got returning this season?
Yeah, you've got no HSV returning tomorrow. He has announced his retirement and he's joined Trevor in the commentary box. So maybe not tomorrow night. I'll have to discuss the pay details out for tomorrow. See if the check bounces.
He's done the Nico Rosberg, hasn't he? He's retired for more time with the family, and then round one the next year in the commentary box. But anyway, great stuff.
I wish I could say I was as successful as Nico. I think I've ended on a sour note like Mark Scaife did.
That's why I'm a commentator, isn't it, Wilco? Because I'm not a world champion. So there we have it. So thank you for everyone, like I said, for watching tonight. We'll be back again, providing all the patch details and everything is all fixed up. But thank you. Stay safe. Stay well. Big thank you to everyone for commenting throughout the course of the stream tonight. Stay well. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. And we'll see you again.